Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Over his 10-game stretch, he's taken on a bigger role in this offense. His usage rate has gone up, and he's accepted this additional responsibility seamlessly.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for the Bucks, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace. Space era that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. On target from range.
Look, when McDaniels can hit the 3, that really helps their spacing.
Now Antetokounmpo, a top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws here tonight.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Bucks.
The first free throw is good.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now here's Conley. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Randle, the pass to McDaniels. And Randle the bucket on the assist by McDaniels.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randle, he usually gets the best of it.
Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Edwards. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. Here's Milwaukee. This game against Minnesota is the first time they've met this year.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is a potential finals preview, as good as it gets early in the season.
Here's McDaniels, following the score by Milwaukee. Pass to Edwards. Over Lillard. Edwards, no good.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Lopez, the screen on McDaniels.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives you 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes again.
The resume Giannis has built already is impressive, and he's nowhere close to being done adding to it.
Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves.
At the line for Milwaukee.
And so Antetokounmpo nails both of them. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside Edwards. Reed against Antetokounmpo. It's McDaniels on the wing. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. Minnesota shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Stan, just how much of a catalyst has Mike Conley been since the Timberwolves got him?
Well, just listen to his teammates, Brian. They talk about leadership, the adult in the room, and he remains a very capable two-way player.
Reed against Lillard. Outside Conley. And here's Edwards outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Milwaukee in the lead. And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. Conley against Lillard. And a nice finish on the layup.
Come on, man. Did you see? I mean, just using his strong frame to absorb the contact and still able to finish. Wow.
Outside Reed. Edwards against Jackson. Left side McDaniels. Takes a three. The rebound by Jackson. The Bucks leading by 4. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Doc Rivers for a minute. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end, guys.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Jackson outside to the right side. Lopez, the screen on Gobert. Antetokounmpo lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo has got 10 points in the game.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
To the middle. Up again.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley, making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Conley. And it's Lillard penetrating. Conley against Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the jam.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Edwards with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From deep, Conley. Rebounded by Lopez. Antetokounmpo, right side. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has been on display for the Bucks. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Bucks here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
On the court for the Timberwolves, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Miller, and it's Reed in at the 5. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Brian, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to come.
Garza's checked in for Miller. As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You take a look at the Bucks. They've been grinding out enough wins to place 4th in the conference right now.
Seeing where the Bucks are, they've looked rock solid this season. They just need to stay on target and prepare for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
The Bucks making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Antetokounmpo outside. Out to Lillard. 4-3. Lillard! What'd you expect?
And that's a veteran move by Lillard to see the D closing and get the shot away.
Up top, Edwards. Defended by Jackson. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Jackson, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Jackson. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Jackson with it. Picked up by Reed. Antetokounmpo against Edwards. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's covered closely, and he makes it.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Ooh, strong move from Giannis inside.
His play is a big reason why they're ahead. He hasn't missed a shot all night.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Green comes in for Prince. Gary Trent Jr., he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Porter Jr. in for Damian Lillard. Reed finds Conley. The punch from Gobert.
Well, I like when Gobert's teammates use his length on offense. Textbook alley-oop there.
The Bucks leading by 9. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Porter's shot is off.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
Lets the three fly. The shot by Conley, no good. The Bucks have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Portis with a screen on Conley. Out to Portis, pass to Trent. Now Porter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
The teardrop. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect them.
Trent from long range, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. A minute 31 left in the first half of this one. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Personal foul.
And that sends Rudy Gobert to the free throw line. It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
Well, winning Defensive Player of the Year multiple times, Gobert has always been a stopper at the rim. But now he's extended that out to the perimeter as well.
Kuzma for 3. And the Bucks miss again. Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. And then Porter with the dunk.
Oh, and there's the talent. Porter Jr., a highly skilled young player.
And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 8-point game. Outside McDaniels. Trent against DiVincenzo. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Milwaukee.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
The drive by Porter. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And it's a completely new group for the Bucks. "44 seconds left in the second period. Randall against Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Back to Randall. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Lopez. Antetokounmpo outside. The floater, no good on the buzzer beater. And we finished off one half of play. Milwaukee out in front, leading by 6. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Doc Rivers. And, Coach, you guys came out aggressive in the first half. What stood out to you?
You know, we're getting to the paint and making plays. They're a great team as far as rotation, so we just got to make the right passes.
It all starts with attacking the basket. Thanks, Doc.
Thanks very much, Allie. And, folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Greetings, everybody. The stories so far revolving around Giannis, the Greek freak, in fine form tonight.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Giannis dominating this contest, playing old school bully ball inside and facing up defenders anytime they push him off the block. This dude is unstoppable.
Just another MVP level performance.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
And a look here now at the Bucks. They're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
Milwaukee leading by 6. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo inside. Randall's there. McDaniels with some nice D. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 41% in this game. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Here's Edwards. Randall, pass to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Lillard. For 3, Randall. Lillard pulls down the board. Milwaukee leading by 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo fighting through the contact.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Conley. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Lopez, the screen. Lillard passes to Lopez. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Lillard's got 6 assists now in the game. Conley against Lillard. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Here's Gobert. He has 7. Gobert with a screen on Prince. Pass to Randall. 6 to shoot. And it's all from three-point range.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Randall inside, defended by Lillard. Randall, good.
Yeah, big man with big-time handles. Great work by Randall to create for himself.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard finds Antetokounmpo. Out to Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo. Out to the wing. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Charity stripe shot. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Antetokounmpo has got 6 here in the quarter. Timberwolves trail by 8. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Alexander Walker. He's checked in for McDaniels.
Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. Porter against Conley. Edwards looking it over. Outside for Randall. There's the triple. The shot off that time.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Yep, that one's good. Trent's got his first points of the game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Edwards. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And that one drops for him. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Trent left side. Fires from the corner. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Trent's got his second bucket of the night.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And here's Edwards. 12 points for him. High arcing shot. It's hauled in by Portis. Kuzma, the pass to Trent. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. The drive by Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
They're coming right at you. KPJ playing with intensity.
Outside Edwards. "15 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Gobert. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks ahead, up 9. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the court for the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at the 4-man position. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now. Milwaukee leading by 9. Now Porter. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And Minnesota making a change here. Miller's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Here's Lillard. Antetokounmpo, right side. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
And I mean, how do you guard Giannis? When he's looking to score, sometimes you just have to foul him.
That one misses. And the second free throw is good. Here's DiVincenzo. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Outside Edwards. DiVincenzo with the screen on Jackson.
Dorian Prince. First
Conley's checked in for Minnesota.
Team foul. Timberwolves substitution. Number 10, Mike Conley.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Alexander Walker. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
Just 4 to shoot. Fires from deep. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Jackson. Here's Prince. Lillard, left side. Antetokounmpo, outside. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Left side, Edwards. And out of bounds, Milwaukee will have it. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Miller. And Jaden McDaniels subbed in for Alexander Walker. And it's Lillard with the ball for Milwaukee. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Jackson on the wing. Pass to Prince. Let's go with a 3. That shot off the mark. McDaniels with some nice D. Randall outside. Soft touch off the glass. And it's now only a 5-point Milwaukee lead.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying!
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
Here's Edwards. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now. Antetokounmpo with it. Randall's in his pocket. And it goes! As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. That one misses for Antetokounmpo. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting, something to consider for sure. The kick out to Edwards. Randall, great positioning on the putback. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
A relentless offensive rebounder. Randall simply does not give up on the boards.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. 1:44 left to play in the fourth. Jackson gets the bucket.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
And Minnesota with possession here. They trail by 9. Edwards, no good.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Back to Lillard. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 5 rebounds in the game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Inside, you have to try something to stop Randall. But he gets physical right back and draws a good shooting foul.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he's able to hit the second one, and that brings him within 8.
He's going to be kicking himself all night. This isn't the time to be wasting opportunities.
Antetokounmpo. Oh, no holding back. Giannis powers his way through.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Bucks.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And looking at their record now, tonight's win gives them 45 on the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
For 3, Randall, and the three-pointer goes.
You want Randall with the ball in his hands towards the end of these games. Prime example right there.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Personal foul. 14 foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Mike Conley. First personal foul. 15 foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
It's amazing to come to the arena every night just to see what Lillard's going to do.
And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
McDaniels from long range. Conley against Lillard. Milwaukee wins it. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Giannis, a tremendous performance. What enabled you to win this game so convincingly?
It was a team effort. I think we came out, we did not mess around with the game. We did our job, we defended, we moved the ball, so we were able to close the game.
Giannis always recognizing the importance of his teammates. Thanks so much, Giannis.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.